back to Relics of the Past. As I am Cobalt Salt, the DM for this campaign, and I am joined by Eiko, our
I
blazing.
have a definitive name now. We now have a definitive name for me. I am Boo. That is as I shall be called. But when I am not Boo, I am the Count.
I am joined here by Dare.
Hello there. My name's Abe. It's nice to meet you.
Along with Viking.
Michaeleen of Kaidala. Terribly nice to meet you.
And Nate Drago.
Nate.
He will introduce himself later.
Along with Siren, who is playing
Setting up.
Elite.
Oh yeah, that was Nate. He's setting up a new computer.
Okay. Well, we have Siren, who's playing Lest. I'm having a hard time remembering my Estrella's. Yes, my bad. Estrella, and we have Goblin, who's playing Jawbone, which is our Orc Barbarian.
Unfortunately, Jawbone will be absent today.
Technical issues. To put simply, story-wise, he is. I'm gonna say he take there. Hopefully, you don't mind. But I'm just gonna say he takes like one of the lower decks, like the literally bottom deck, one of the rooms towards the front end, near the garage maybe, and just turns into his little orc cave. That seems reasonable.
I'm gonna have to cross out one of the storage rooms.
When we last left off Relics of the Past, the party got their new ship, the Seraphim, a large vessel designed by Abe and built with his own hands, along with the aid of Azo, a fire giant blacksmith from the city and caravan of Arathnika, who spent a good couple months working on it and managed to finally get the fishing touches line set up. They lit the engine. They lit both of the generators last session, and she is humming like a kitten.
Humming or purring?
What? Purring
She's humming like a hummingbird.
Humming like a hummingbird, purring like a kitten.
Whatever.
Buzzing like
growling like a
mosquito
stomach.
in your ear.
Growling like Abe's stomach.
A mosquito in the middle of the night.
Can't pick that up. But
If only the Seraphim was that quiet.
yeah. Anyway.
No, it's decibels loud. It sounds like how a mosquito flying past your ear.
Get it away!
Just people are like, is there a fucking mosquito somewhere nearby? And all you hear in the background is as it gets closer and closer.
Why does it sound like Peter Griffin a little?
This is all getting cut out, is it?
Nope.
Or is it?
This is all to our session. All right,
let's get back to it.
Let's continue with the intro.
But regardless, Azzy, Azo's Thycreen apprentice, mentioned that the ceremony of welcoming is actually about to start in a few hours, and kind of tells the party and stuff. You guys have to get going towards the town square ASAP.
Oh shit, we're still doing that.
Azzy looks to you with a very happy bug expression and happy praying mantis noises, as she basically explains, and using her Thycreen telepathy and stuff. Yes, the ceremony of welcoming. It's a tradition we have when our caravan comes home, and when she comes home. any new passengers, or any people that came to the city and stuff, they become official citizens of our city.
Nobody tell Azzy we've already been here for 2 days.
So Azzy basically explains the whole kind of thing with their, kind of goes over the whole thing. You got a little bit of taste of the whole itinerary for the week, this whole party week thing when you first got here, but she kind of gives you a refresher of it. So basically, the way she explains it is, when the Arathnika comes back, it's such a momentous occasion because it's been gone for like at least 1 to 3 years. So it's gone for a good couple of years. So when it comes back, it is a massive celebration spanning multiple days. And typically the way it goes is you have the day of arrival, which is a big party unto itself. You have 2 days of light partying. Then you have another, you have the ceremony of arrival, ceremony of welcome, which is like 3 days after she gets home, which basically is which basically welcomes and basically makes all the new guests and people of the nest official members of the city. So it's just about time.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So then, with that, at least, she highly recommends all you to get down to the town square.
Well, very well, I suppose.
Well, when in Rome.
And all of you proceed to make your way slowly through the town. The city, when you guys first got there, was buzzing to the gills and stuff. The level of excitement did die down over the past few days, but today it's kick back up in full force and full swing.
Right.
Kick up in full force and full swing. Once again, so there's much celebrating, cheering, drinks being had, and things of that nature. As it seems like the town square. You know what? The town square seems to be buzzing. At least you see lots of people there. You actually see people holding up signs and people kind of addressing and stuff. So actually, the amphitheater is what's being held this year. This year for the ceremony, and you guys basically follow the crowd of people to the amphitheater.
As I'm following, can I like steal a drink out of the guy's hand?
Roll a sleight of hand check.
Just like walk past him and just like swipe his drink.
Drink?
That is an 18.
As you're walking by and stuff, you actually do see a gentleman holding two cups, and he's kind of like talking to someone and stuff. As you walk by, you just grab one of the cups and he like looks back in slight confusion, but then proceeds to just kind of shrug and pick up another glass and fill it up with alcohol.
Eiko just is it like a fancy kind of wine glass-ish sort of glass?
You know the cups from the Emperor's New Groove?
Yeah,
Oh,
like the goblet.
Yeah, kind of like those cups.
Yeah, Eiko like immediately dumps all the contents in his mouth and then just disregards the cup and just drops it.
Mm-hmm.
You just all right.
Someone, as you go to drop the cup, someone catches it behind you and stuff. Hey, don't litter! As they proceed to put on a table.
As you see a small lizard man in police wear about to give your ass a ticket.
Urviti? No. Why did I just call him my father figure? It's like calling your teacher dad.
You have something to explain, Eiko?
No. Eiko, maybe you don't want to make mad the people who were sort of throwing you a party?
Just got a drink. Didn't need the cup.
Anyway, the drink itself seemed to be actually, you know this drink. It's a rare a bit difficult to find and stuff, but it is rather good. It's boba. It's boba juice. At least, which is actually a plant unto itself. Of these large round things, think like the size of a basketball. They're very interesting.
Do these drinks have tapioca balls in the bottom of them too?
No, it's more so just a very sweet.
Then why did you call them boba?
No, Bubba.
That's the name of the fruit.
Whatever.
They're named after. Was famous through the land.
Eiko kind of like smacks his lip a moment, just kind of tastes.
And
Not
it is
bad. Not better though.
and it is the Boba Thora product, which is actually the aged and alcoholic version. It's basically a natural fruit juice that produces, so it's kind of like a coconut except more fruit based, where these things get filled up with a lot of juice, and then typically they'll typically like a light greenish to red towards the tip, and the deeper red, the more red it is, the more fermented the juice it is inside, and it naturally kind of turns itself to alcohol.
So the strawberry colored, what I'm hearing.
More or less. And the juice itself actually does get a little bit of carbonation to it. So anyway, you guys proceed to walk down, and you enter this massive amphitheater carved into the stone itself. You can see painted along the half dome roof, various illustrations of the desert, things of that nature. The sun is kind of painted as a centerpiece for it, with various things, rock outcroppings, a little bit of sandworms to pay homage to that. Yes.
Are there murals of before the collapse of what this place used to look like as well?
I'd like to investigate that.
Well, if there are.
Roll me observation checks.
And that's a D20.
Okay. Yes.
That's a 19 for Estrella.
So, observation, aka perception.
Yeah, sure.
It's a 19.
May I roll as well?
Sure.
Okay, that is that is a 15.
15.
That is.
That's a 16.
We're doing perception, right?
Yeah.
22.
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
And I did get a box.
Looks like an old school cigar box or something.
This is the lid to it.
Oh. Yeah, that legit used to be a cigar box. Guarantee. Good box though, very good box.
Good box.
I'll say
good
one
box,
thing maybe
like box.
I would say one thing maybe to look into is maybe to get a little bit of felt to put in the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Anyways, for all the rolls, for all the really good rolls, you pick up on this fairly quickly, but everyone slowly kind of keys into it since it's your first time seeing this amphitheater. You can tell that there are some parts of the mural that has been painted over, and kind of the mural has been updated in a sense. As you look, you can see bits where it looks like there are like these large dragonborns. At least, but as you kind of look, you can see that details of them have been covered up and kind of hidden in a sense where it's like you kind of look and it does kind of look like a dragonborn, but you tell that it's not a dragonborn, it's something else entirely. The sandworms are absolutely there, but they don't seem as ferocious. The sandworms, when properly seen, are very tan in color and have very large plates and somewhat sharp spines that stick out from time to time, feeling spines. But the ones portrayed on the thing seem to be a little leaner, maybe a bit gentler looking in a sense. they don't look as hostile and harsh as the ones of the desert.
Is there anyone nearby, like a guide of sorts, who's sort of guiding us around? Or are we just on our own?
You guys are kind of just kind of being led on by the crowd into the amphitheater.
Okay.
I wonder why some of it is paint.
Seems like a waste of talent.
And a waste of history.
Maybe it's a restoration.
No.
That or trying to make it seem like it's more current?
Maybe.
As you guys are proceeding to get set down for seats and stuff, someone, anyway, Azo's still working on the ship at least, is to get a few last things kind of tidied away. As it was kind of leading you there as well. And she actually, you guys proceed to start like looking for seats and stuff, but she says, no, you guys have to get up front. So basically, you guys are guided to the front row of the amphitheater and sat down, and you can see various kinds of peoples, elves, orcs, dwarves here and there.
Cultural melting pot, almost.
Yeah, very much cultural melting pot.
How comfortable are the seats?
The seats themselves are. The seats themselves are carved into the stone itself. You can see that they have had a wooden slab put in over the top that's been kind of covered and gussied up a little bit. So it's a touch comfortable to sit on.
Are they heated? Ayako's ass is pretty. It's old. All right, his back is starting to hurt at his old age.
You could use prestidigitation to warm the wood if needed.
Love to use prestidigitation to warm the wood.
You hold your hand above the thing. You hear like maybe a few small creaks, and you can feel that heat's kind of emanating from the board as you proceed to sit down. And yes, it's very nice wooden plank on here. Work very fast.
How pleasant. I go to sit down.
As the crowd kind of fills in the amphitheater and stuff, the sounds, just with the natural reverberations, are bouncing all throughout. And you see Karan is kind of consulting with a few people on the stage when stuff has the podium set up. And after a bit, he kind of walks up to the podium. Everyone kind of cheers him on a little bit, and then he proceeds to hush the crowd down. As he does so, he simply starts off. I will now formally begin the ceremony of welcoming and stuff. As a tradition of our city of Arathnika, we have a tendency, we welcome new members and guests to our city. When our beloved caravan and protector comes back home, we welcome all new guests in the city, either traveling abroad or riding along with our caravan from their hometowns or villages to pay our town a visit. We welcome them into our city. We understand how harsh the desert can be, and we are proud to host and welcome people into our city, to bring them into some place nice, safe, and with plenty of water and food to go around. We are a diverse melting pot of culture, and Arathnika would not be the same without that culture. Him mentioning said thing, the crowd cheers up a little bit, proceeds to quiet them down. I would now like to welcome and ask all the guests in the front three rows to please stand up and join me on stage. As everyone proceeds, as you see various guests sitting around you, people sitting next to you, I proceed to stand up and slowly start filing onto the stage.
Well, here we go.
Eiko gets up.
As you guys are filtering on stage, you're kind of the coordinators on the stage are kind of lining you guys up and stuff roughly in rows so everyone can see. And as they're lining you up and stuff, they are also handing you a little medallion as well. These medallions seem very similar. Are the exact same medallions you saw for the great board that had all the names and stuff with the sun and moon.
Okay.
This is the same board that Michaeleen's father figure, Holviti's name was on?
Yes.
Mm.
Anyway, Karan proceeds to proceed. And it's difficult. I'm trying to find the right words for this. Doing speeches on the spot are not easy.
I speak the English real good.
Yes.
I also speak in language.
He speaks real good.
Since when were you a mob boss?
Anyways, Khan proceeds to say, let me be the first of many welcomes you'll hear in the city and stuff. All of you who are standing behind me, Karan actually kind of alters the podium a little bit and stuff and turns it to where his back is facing the audience now, and he's facing towards you guys.
Well, that's terrible speaking etiquette.
I don't know, okay?
How about the podium like moves to the side and kind of like turns slightly so that it's still facing the audience, but he could easily turn and see all of us.
Sure. Put it this way, the staging was set up and stuff, so it's still proper speaking etiquette for that, and then all that shit. Again, I'm a little on the fly here. Anyway, I would like to formally welcome all of you, and grant you all citizenship of Arathnika. You're now a part of the adoptive family and adoptive children of the great Arathnika herself. Welcome to the city, and welcome to the family. As the entire audience gives all of you a standing ovation and stuff, welcoming you to the city. And as you hear various, again, the sheer melting pot is on full display because you're hearing words in almost every language known, at least Elvish, Draconic, Goblinoid, or Tabaxi. If there's a way to say thank you, welcome to the city, it's being said.
There's that one
And out
random
loud.
asshole in the crowd who's just shouting, "Fuck you!
Fuck
guys."
you! Fuck the elderly! That old guy with the
Oh my god.
horse!
Fuck that dragon guy, especially.
hate it.
Estrella steps
wanna watch the world.
Smiling, but she's definitely refreshing half guard, and she feels like she's kind of
Anyway,
yeah.
After the big ceremony, all of you guys, Karan basically explains the medallions and stuff will now be addressed with your names and be added onto the wall of members, or basically the wall of the family, and be added onto it. As you guys are holding them and stuff, they do glow and buzz for a second before you hand them back, and you see that your name ends up getting inscribed on it via magic.
And are titles, official titles, also inscribed on it, or just our name?
To put simply, it's basically first name dot letter of your last name. Last name. No.
what if you're like Michaeleen and you don't have a last name?
Or you want to change your last
Then it will just be. It'll be the first letter of your parents' name, at least. Particularly father or mother. And for you, at least, Michaeleen, when that does happen, you kind of all of a sudden get a bit of like a warm, touchy feeling in your heart. Like
And
tears.
in
Yeah,
my
that as well
tattoo?
counts as well. Yeah.
You get a hard
You-
boner.
You do kind of get that light, like achy, teary feeling a little bit and stuff as you kind of start thinking between, particularly of
Olviti and Amelia.
yeah, and yeah. So pick which one you'd like.
Probably Olviti.
So when you see your name inscribe itself onto the deal, it basically inscribes itself Michaeleen.h. .h, and it is, they are done, they are collected and proceeded to get added to the wall. Large party is held, much drink. I'm gonna alleviate and speed up just a smidge. Much drinking and partying is held. All of you kind of get whipped up into the party itself a little bit. So all of you collectively get different degrees buzzed and drunk to some degrees. Much alcohol was consumed that night. The following day, most people are very much asleep, at least, and it's around the afternoon when people kind of start getting around and operating RPMs. At least.
Estrella's been up for a while.
Yeah.
Now.
Abe still doesn't sleep.
Yeah.
Michaeleen is a little bit hungover. His attire, he's taken off his brigandine chest plate, and he's just wearing his shirt, and it's even unbuttoned just to reveal just to the front of his chest. And he's going to go make breakfast.
So, breakfast is beginning to be held, and Michaeleen, you actually wake up and you feel after you kind of start cooking stuff, you realize people kind of start like appearing out of nowhere, and you kind of realize you start looking around. You are in a random part of the city. As you just kind of set the fire, and you see people kind of start like bringing together, pulling little stools and tables over, and they're bringing like various like eggs, bacon, things of that nature. And you kind of, as you start noticing around, you start looking around, other people are doing the same. Well, these small groups of kind of naturally forming, and people kind of having like a very large city communal breakfast in a sense.
Am I cooking with my wok?
Yeah, I'll say somewhere through the night you decide to pick it up for some reason and pack it with you. At least, and you're cooking breakfast on it. People are bringing out small plates. Someone even hands you a plate of like food that's been cooked by someone else. It seems to be like a couple strips of bacon, maybe a few sausages, a touch of bread here and there, a bit of butter. Eiko, can you leave and rejoin, please?
Yeah, I was gonna mention I need to do that.
Because of his background.
Lots of background noise.
By the way, hey Lily.
Hi, Lily.
Hi, Lily.
Hey, Lily.
Anyways,
That's better.
much better. Anyway, as you quickly notice and stuff, someone actually walks by you. He seems to be a lizard folk. He seems to be holding what looks a bit of an Eastern style like coffee pot or like teapot. As he proceeds to hand you a small little ceramic cup and proceed to pour this steaming black liquid into the cup up for you. Oh yeah, and he's speaking in Draconic and stuff, but you can tell by this way and stuff, he's like very happy, a little bit bubbly and stuff, and like drink.
Mm.
You take a smell and immediately know what it is.
Is it coffee?
Yes, it is very good coffee.
Oh, thank goodness. He very appreciatively drinks some of it.
The lizard folk, and he basically has like two of those teapots in both hands, and like two teapots, and he's using his tail and has just a bunch of cups with him as he's just proceeding to go out and just give people cups of coffee and stuff. Similar things seem to be happening, and everyone, wherever you ended up in the night, you end up to see this general thing where almost the entire city is collectively having a basically citywide breakfast. Because you can see various small fires all throughout, cook stoves being set up, eggs, bacon, bread, all various things are being cooked up, and the entire city smells of food. It smells of fresh food being cooked on the spot. Coffee, it's mostly coffee, water, and juice, but occasionally little bits of alcohol are being served here and there.
It smells like a Denny's.
Yeah.
Smells like a
Just
fucking
something-
Waffle House, bro.
Yes. Yes.
It's a Waffle
And
House.
everyone is collectively like the merriment, the extreme merriment that was last night and stuff is kind of coming back, but it's much more of a mellow, calm, and peaceful happiness this time. I'm just
Sort of like
happy.
Christmas morning.
Exactly like a Christmas morning.
Where does Eiko wake up? I'd assume stuck in a tree.
Eiko just wakes up on the roof of some random building.
Aiko, you actually wake up in what looks like to be a basically like a roof patio top on a adobo building, and similar thing and stuff. When you get woken
I'm
up,
sorry,
you
did you say adobo? It's Adobe.
Adobe, my bad. Anyway, Adobe style building. And as you get woken up, at least you see that there's a small group of people gathered around what looks like to be a cook stove, as stuff's being cooked on top of it. You can see, and actually for you, at least when you get woken up, a small child is actually kind of poking you a little bit in your shoulder and stuff.
Stop touching me! Stop! Get away, child! No.
The child proceeds to run away, giggling.
What species was that child?
I'm gonna say halfling.
A child better watch the fuck out, or Eiko's gonna have a new football.
Yeah, Eiko stretches and his back cracks like 40 times. Just a...
Eiko, all of a sudden, stuff, you just feel your tail just like stop touching the ground for a second, then all of a sudden just drop. You look and you see another child, a goblin this time, is just picking up your tail and dropping it on the floor.
Like Boo from.
Alright, Boo.
Yep.
They're curious.
Does he look up? Does the child look up at him and say, "Kitty"?
Lizard.
Scaly.
Eiko's gonna make the scariest, like, Professor Snape scowl he can manage.
The goblin proceeds to just chuckle that and stuff, and say, before running off, says, "They tell you that you look like you sucked on a bad lemon."
You look like you suck on bad lemon, mister.
Proceeds to dawdle off. Anyway, as you see an adult, what looks like to be a what seems to look like a half orc seems to walk to you. He seems like a very nice gentleman, as he proceeds to hand you a small white mug filled with a dark brownish liquid, warm dark brown liquid. It smells very aromatic, toasted, and maybe slight notes of chocolate, maybe cinnamon. I mean, at least as you smell it. And you recognize the smell a little bit. Well, actually, no. Does Eiko drink coffee at all?
Eiko's a tea drinker.
Okay.
So he'd want mate.
Who's this?
Gofa.
He brings the mug to his lips and
You take a sip. The drink, when first hits your lips, is a little bit bitter, but then as it kind of works through your mouth, you can get like the various like warm notes of the coffee, and it's fairly mild and smooth overall. You do get a slight cinnamon note towards the tail end of the tasting.
This will suffice. This will do well.
Yeah. As the half-orc proceeds to walk away, the two children actually come walking to you and stuff. Both of them, the halfling child seems to be a bit older than the goblin. The halfling seems to be carrying a plate filled with like bacon, eggs, toast, a little bit of sliced fruit, and proceeds walking towards you and stuff to give you the food. The goblin child seems to be dragging adding like a blank, like a chunk of cloth behind it with some stuff
Oh,
piled on
blind.
top of it, and it seems to be
It's
like
blind.
having a yeah, and it also seems to be holding a mango that's like way bigger than it is down here as it proceeds
Oh,
to.
Eiko using Mage Hand, he grabs the plate and just proceed. He's not using his hands. It's just floating into his mouth via Mage Hand.
Gosh.
How many
Use
mage
another
hands
mage
can you
hand to
cast?
Fucking Way Boy the Children.
You can only get one hand via casting a mage hand, unless you get the magical item known as the butler's glove.
Aiko's tail like grabs the plate, and then with Mage Hand, he's lifting the stuff into his mouth.
Yeah.
Who is just holding the plate, and Mage Hand is the one using the fork.
Yeah.
As
And
Iron
overall-
himself is like fixing his clothes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And overall, this very warm and cozy atmosphere is all throughout the city. As breakfast kind of collectively kind of stops and kind of wraps up, everyone proceeds to start cleaning up and getting back to usual business.
Hello, can anybody hear me?
Hey!
Yes. Hey, how you doing, Kain?
Okay. Why is my camera unavailable? It is literally plugged in.
Technical difficulties aside.
Oh joy.
Michaeleen, Abe's gonna come up to you with something in his hands.
Oh, Abe, you're just in time for breakfast. Here.
Thanks. I didn't even realize that I haven't eaten all night. Here. I'm gonna just toss something in your hand real quick as I start shoveling food down my gullet.
Yeah.
Estrella.
What is this?
Oh,
Describe the item.
Do you remember? Oh God, this is really fucking good. Do you remember
That's what she said.
that beetle?
Yes, the one the old lizard wanted me to eat.
Yeah. So
Memories, it would have cursed me.
yes, about that. Can't remove the curse. So made a prototype. Have it now.
Okay.
Wait. Aiko's beetle senses start tingling, and he starts running over. I
Nah,
just
like
assume
this
he's
old
like,
man.
3 kilometers away.
Wow.
Aiko's just like
Eat
somebody's
the
talking to me.
beetle. Eat the beetle.
Oh, y'all want to see something cool?
Eat
Check
the
this out.
beetle.
he like as he's running towards he's like accidentally shoving people away. Estrella, you're right in his path. You kind of just get like you kind of just like he kind of like runs into you and you're kind of
I was
just
gonna
stuck
say,
on
he's got his cane, right? He's standing there.
Gotta get the beetle.
He's like this. He's standing there walking, doing whatever he's doing. You just like, I don't know if he's got whiskers or something, but he starts feeling a tingle. He's like, I feel something. And then full blown, like y'all know that
Anyway,
Ace of Spades guy on YouTube. He starts fucking booking it.
So I still have the original beetle. I'm still trying to see if I can remove the curse, but I was able to sacrifice somebody to
Eat the beetle.
study the design of the armor.
Michaeleen,
Sacrifice?
you know what must be done.
Just another version of Nodo that I never finished.
And Eiko, I'm not going to eat the original beetle. What did you say about a prototype?
Yeah, so that's what I just gave you just now. It probably does still look like a beetle because that was just kind of the way that the armor returns to normally, but it's not quite as powerful. I'd probably say it's about half as powerful. And it's kind of like, it's probably a 1 or 2 time use thing. I'm not sure how well it'll hold up.
The beetle, so the original beetle was a rhinoceros beetle, but this prototype you've made looks very similar to it, except it doesn't have the proper hornage. It has more so like the mandibles of what looks like to be like a
Scarab?
bull. Scarab, yeah, more of a scaraby kind of look instead of a rhinoceros beetle, at least.
Do I have to eat it?
Oh, God, I fucking hope you don't. You're gonna choke to death if you eat the damn thing.
Man, you should have made them edibles.
The thing expands!
This is the worst morning ever.
The moment he
make
eats
it
it,
go
it
through
will
your-
just expand in his throat.
Well, this is the worst morning ever.
He's like,
Fine,
damn
Eiko,
it.
you eat it.
Takes a beetle and eats it.
Where's the who has the original beetle?
I still do.
Abe.
And it's on the ship
Yeah, it's on the ship.
in a jar, under lock and key.
These are brand new. Should I wash them first before I use them?
What are
No.
they?
I would say yes.
But yeah.
What are they?
I would say
Brand
yes.
new,
regard-
in the package. Spoons.
Spoons.
I would say still wash it just to knock off a little bit of the dust. You don't have to do like a post.
There's probably plastic paste all over them.
Probably,
Yeah.
yeah.
I would say just give him like a hot water rinse and you'll be fine.
I don't have hot water yet.
You know what I mean? Just give him a water rinse.
Let me put out my dish strainer. To all those listening, I have just moved into my new apartment.
And it didn't come with hot water?
No, we're putting the propane in on the 18th.
Oh, it's gas powered? Ew.
Oh, no.
That's just the water heater, like, and my heat. I get free electric.
Right as it's coming up to winter, and you've
No,
got propane heating.
Yeah, we've always had that in this house. It's never been a problem. Plus, we have a corn and pellet stove downstairs.
Oh, pellet stove's not bad.
Yeah, the heat doesn't really come up here.
Eiko's gonna.
Yes.
Eiko's gonna turn away from the boys and the beetle situation for a moment. He's gonna kind of look over towards Estrella for a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna say all of you kind of naturally kind of drifted back together, either over time, all during breakfast, and you're all like kind of sitting at a collective little cook stove, but particularly Michaeleen's cook stove that he's been running for the past 2 hours.
Michaeleen's just there working as like a slave chef right now. Just
no, Michaeleen
Order
enjoys
up.
cooking.
Yeah.
No, I mean like you're working like it's a fast food kitchen. Like order up, go.
No, the way it's been kind of feeling and stuff is basically you had your own stuff that you started to cook up. You cooked all that stuff up. Someone would bring you some more. You'd cook that up, and then right as you're finishing that up, someone would bring you something else to cook. And people are just casually bringing you stuff to cook up, and then once you get to cooking up, they just take and walk it off. And it's like there's a mix. It's just a mixture of people like both bringing you stuff to cook up for them to eat, but also a mixture for like once you cook it up, you bring it out, and they just start giving it out to people.
Mm-hmm.
As I was saying, Eiko looks over towards Estrella. He's gonna speak it kind of quietly. You haven't felt the chains binding you, have you, child?
She kind of like looks at you. She's holding her gun to her chest. I haven't felt anything like that, but let's just say I'm still figuring things out. And again, I'm sorry about everything. Last night was definitely a little too much for me, and I'm still trying to process all that.
I think I woke up on someone's roof.
You did drink an abnormal amount. I think you even outdrank Michaeleen last night, so I can understand why you would probably wake up on somebody's roof.
I'm not even sure how it happened. I'm not even typically an active person. Someone just put me up there. I bet it was the children. Those fucking kids.
Actually, it was me and Abe because we got intoxicated.
I was
and played
just gonna
prank.
say, Abe's just kind of like, I didn't do shit. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I didn't do
We're just gonna high five
Abe?
in the background.
Abe, just
Does
saying.
Abe even get drunk?
Yes,
Now,
actually he can. No, yes he can. You're half organic.
Oh yeah,
That's
I'm
probably-
organic.
You cannot put this way. Put this way. So okay, so if your brother drinks, if Kain drinks a fuck ton and gets wasted and stuff, for you the closest you can get to that and stuff is loopy. Like the loopy stage is you're drunk. You're not like outright wasted and stupid, but it's like you can definitely feel it. Like you can get to maybe half the level of your brother.
Definitely
in
have less
intoxication.
brain cells at that point.
Yeah, due to the biomechanical nature of your body, you can get drunk, but not to the same extent as normal people can. Hallucinogenics, on the other hand, is that you feel those things way differently.
Do I hear the high five?
Yeah, me and Abe just high five.
Eiko turns around and he casts a ray of sickness on both of you.
I don't know. Fuck.
Roll to save. Roll to save.
I'm gonna projectile vomit on Eiko.
No, please.
No.
Stop bullying
Do
the
it
old
at the small
man.
children next to you.
Hold on. Give Eiko this one thing. You guys have always picked on him. Give him this win.
I am. Except Abe's
Don't throw up
vomit
on
is not
Eiko.
all food. That's the issue.
It's oil.
It's oil mixed with sulfuric acid.
So my vomit is
what
legitimately
for this?
poisonous.
What do I roll for this?
Whatever you fucking roll for
Constitution.
Raven Filament, like con
Oh,
checks.
I
Roll a
got a
con check.
19.
What's your spell save DC, Eiko?
What spell save? I used second level spell slot for the ray of sickness.
No. You have an overall spell save DC. Should be on your spell sheet.
15. It's 15.
15. You haven't updated that yet?
Can I?
Wait, no, I don't think I have. Shit, how? Damn it!
It's
Can I
8 plus.
hold on.
So it's 8 plus proficiency plus spellcasting ability.
8 plus 2. No.
No, your proficiency is much
Level 6,
higher.
My proficiency would be
Plus 3.
yeah 3. I'm sorry. I have a sheet where a lot of it's already pre-printed out, so I can't like change it.
It's okay. Just scribble the top and put it in correct.
Yeah. So 8 plus 3, plus my plus what?
Plus proficiency. And
So
intelligence.
8. Okay, plus intelligence. Wait, my intelligence modifier?
Yeah, intelligence mod. You never used the actual number.
Yeah. 8 plus 3, so that's 10. Plus my intelligence. Yeah, it's 15.
Okay.
I rolled a 19. Well, I rolled
What's
a
your
14.
what's your proficiency bonus?
3. 8 plus. Oh, wait, no, that would be 16. You're right.
Thank you. Anyway, 19s. You manage to save and stuff. You get the queasiness. I will say this. You succeed. You still puke regardless, though.
There's no point in rolling then.
You
No,
puke up
you
in your
can feel
mouth,
a
but
lot
you
more
manage to
hungover,
swallow
but-
it back down.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you nearly empty your stomach, but you manage to hold it down.
Abe's
Abe,
just gonna,
Huh? Abe, do you choose to fail the save, or do you want to roll for it?
I mean, I did roll. It's a con save, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have to be a 16.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if I take the roll, I definitely am fine. But I'm just kind of like, I'm gonna fail it because Abe is just gonna like open up his jacket, open one of the satchels, and just.
I'll save that for later and throw it at somebody.
I'm gonna say this: when you retch in, when you puke into the thing and stuff, you get bits of the breakfast that you had. So bits and pieces of breakfast
Hey,
come.
man,
Your
can we
breakfast
get
come
off
back
the
out.
puke talk? I'm trying to eat here.
That's your fault.
I will say
Viewer
this.
discretion is advised.
I'm gonna put it this way. To the unwise person, it looks like you're puking up blood.
Ah, I get you. Because I fucking am. The
He is.
Zap
He's
goat's
puking up.
coming back up. It's just not human
Yeah.
blood.
Oh, real quick, I know it's like completely not related. Has anybody tried the 40k Warhammer 40k game?
Not yet.
I'm kidding.
Oh, you mean
Fucking awesome.
Dude, yes. Fucking Titus. Dude, I haven't played the first one. I want to play it so bad. I want to play the sequel so fucking bad. I'm broke. I'm a broke motherfucker.
I am also broke.
I
I
will be
played it on
getting
my
it
brother's.
Thursday or Friday, and then I'll play it.
But Estrella
Nice.
also has something in her pocket. Like she's been fiddling with her pocket, but she's also been kind of tracing her thumb over her journal, and she's definitely, once people start talking, she kind of goes back to being quiet and kind of looking around.
Somebody tell her that she doesn't have to write things down anymore.
Abe, you could tell her that.
I'm pretty sure Abe just finished puking his guts out. He doesn't feel up to talking to anybody.
He's like, I am not.
All right, then fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, as she's doing that and rubbing her thumb, Michaeleen's going to come over and just lay his hand on her wrist, and he's going to look her in the eyes and say, "You don't have to do that anymore. You've left that life behind."
I haven't been
Or
writing.
did she?
I haven't been writing about all of you. This is more. I'm trying to process everything. Last night was definitely a lot. I guess the part of me doesn't feel worthy of getting a new family, as it were.
Abe's gonna wipe the rest of his shit off his face. Trust us, none of us are great people. We definitely don't feel worthy of a whatever the fuck we've got going on right now. But hey, we gotta look out for each other.
What we've got going on right now is a band of idiots.
Pretty much. Band of fucking
Only
morons.
A band of idiots and one slightly traumatized bird, who's also a match.
I have killed so many people in my youth.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I probably don't need it, but I suppose I'm a little paranoid. And she pulls out the pendant that she got, which is her quick disguise. I got this along with a lot of therapy when we first arrived, but I just want to let you guys know that way. You are caught off guard. And she fastens the pendant around her neck, and immediately she transforms. Fair skin turns a little more sun-kissed. Her hair actually gets a little darker, and she seems to change from a canary to more of a quail palette, as it were. I just need a name for this.
She's still a bird person?
Yep, she's still a harpy.
She just got a tan.
She's a quail. She's from canary to quail. And then she takes it off to reveal her normal self again.
Hubie.
I know I probably don't need it, but I guess I'm paranoid a little. They might find me, so I don't know though.
Paranoia in the right doses would never hurt anybody. Nate, we can't hear you. Sorry.
I'm still trying to let go of all of my paranoia. Because trust me, I had quite a bit way before I met any of you lot.
As the conversation kind of winds down a little bit, you all kind of collectively hear in your mind and stuff. Morning, as you all recognize who's talking to you, as you see Azzy walking by and stuff, and she seems to be carrying a watermelon that's about like half her body size, as she's been chewing on it all through. So the top is like all eaten away and stuff, and you see like she has like chunks of the watermelon stuff in like her mandibles and stuff. Morning.
Good morning.
Morning, guys. That breakfast for you?
Yeah, walnut's one of my favorites.
Is that how you eat a fucking watermelon?
It's the thigh cream way. Hey, it's... Okay. I know, difficult.
Make sure you're spitting out the seeds, alright?
Why? It's extra fiber. I just hear like some crunching and stuff as she's like munching on one of the seeds itself in her mandible bits.
Alright.
So, actually, I was kind of sent out. She is wearing very light formal garb, about a very pale sandy color clothing, just and very light garb altogether. Not in her usual kind of crafter's kit that she normally wears. At least, I was looking kind of sent out at least, or at least, Abe. I was looking. Azel told me and stuff. If he want, kind of, okay. Mention. Mentioned he would actually like to talk to you about something.
Oh, what's
and
that?
Stuff to go ahead. Oh, he didn't tell. He didn't say. He just said he just told me to let you know he wants to talk to you. At least.
All right. I will go meet with him then. I'll be right there.
Thanks. So, how? Oh, also, welcome to the city. Welcome to the family.
Thanks.
And that's something that you kind of been hearing all throughout as you see people kind of walking by, at least occasionally. I think I will mention this and stuff. Okay. That as you guys are walking by, people will randomly tell you stuff and give you like a pat on the back, or just simply say welcome to the city, or welcome to the family, or welcome in general. Particularly to you guys, since you were some of the people that were new, your new guests, new members of the family.
We were on stage.
Yeah. And they are just paying your respects. Michaeleen, one thing else you kind of been noticing is that as you've been cooking stuff, you've been noticing coins kind of randomly appear around your little cook stove. Like someone that was sitting down and stuff. If you notice this like once or twice, where someone was like sitting at a cook stove and stuff, like, and you see them kind of just quietly, not nonchalantly, don't even say anything, just put coin like next to like one of the stones that's holding up your walk, and then proceed just to get up, dust themselves off, and just walk away.
Do I get to keep these coins?
Why do you think they put them there?
Okay, what kind of coins are they? Gold? Copper? What?
A mixture. Mostly silver coins, but occasionally someone might place a copper or a gold piece. At least I will just condensing it all down to gold. At least roll me a d8.
1D coming up.
Always getting paid to cook his own breakfast.
Being paid to cook many people's breakfast. You.
2. So altogether and stuff, the amount of silver you have received so far. So you, in the 2 hours I've been held, you've gone 1 gold piece and roughly about like 10-ish silver. Some of the silver was converted from copper, at least. So regardless, 2 gold pieces worth.
Okay.
And you were kind of curious about that. You've been slowly kind of like, when you see, you might like gather and just toss into a small box or something that's nearby and
Put it
so
in
on
my
and so
coin
forth.
pouch.
Yeah. And Azzy will actually kind of compliment it, and she'll say both. She'll say thank, and again, you be getting a lot of thanks as well and stuff. Thanks, and she's the first one to actually mention this and stuff. Oh, where's your cup? Box at least.
My box?
Oh, right, you knew. It's a bit of a tradition and stuff with the morning, the day after as you kind of see and stuff, there's the collective communal breakfast thing. People who set these cook stoves up typically do it as a time like for breakfast and stuff, and typically they'll have small cups and a cup or box or something for people to toss a coin to, or someplace for them to put a donation. If there isn't one, they will simply put on the cookstones themselves as a way to say thank you, as a way of saying thank you for cooking food and providing and such. Just a bit of Arathnian generosity. As but breakfast is kind of wrapping up overall, so it continues for about 1 more hour. So the whole breakfast period lasts for about 3 solid hours, and then it slowly kind of wraps up and people start cleaning up and getting back to usual business. I'm gonna say the camera pans over to Abe. Abe, as we see you walking towards Azo's house of these, which you've gone directions to, and you've seen it once or twice, at least. You're welcomed in by some of his staff, and you get basically brought to his like patio/pool in the back of the house. Abe, good morning.
Azo. So, what
by the
could
way,
wait
Azo.
till lunch?
Oh, well, sit, my friend, sit. This is something best as I had over drinks. Thanks. As he's proceeding to hold up what looks like to be a very large iron cup. For you, it would be massive and stuff, but for him, it's like normal size. Size of this as he's taking a sip of it. And just saying this, Aizo is wearing like a robe in a sense, just a very light robe and stuff for the early morning or morning-esque aesthetic. And
Well, I would
Grappa?
say no to a drink.
He pours you a little bit of this somewhat dark red-ish beverage, which as it pours, you do hear a slight fizzing sound on the bottom. And yeah, it's a very light, fruity smell, touch of orange, maybe a hint of raspberry and stuff. And as you sip it, it is fairly tasty, crisp, touch tart, but a little bit of sweet. And the carbonation is rather nice. So, we've known each other for a good bit. I would even go as far as saying stuff. We are friends.
I believe I could say the same.
Then, as friends, would it be possible if I could make a bit of a selfish request? If it would be too much for me to ask?
Of course, friend. What can I do for you?
You've met my apprentice,
Azzy, yeah.
Yes, I'm wondering if you would be willing to take her with you on your travels.
Why would I do that?
To put simply, she has learned a great deal under my care, but I feel she needs more. She needs an opportunity to learn and explore
Worldly experiences.
And I did tell you about the Arc Forge, and I put it in there for that particular purpose. She's useful in crafting, and she knows how to Arc Forge just as well as I can, if not a bit better.
Well,
Bit
I
better,
highly doubt
and-
that she can do it any better than you can. But I don't
He
see
tr-
any downsides to bringing her along.
And that's all I request. As to that.
To be honest, I would have been happier if you came with us.
I would love to,
Yeah.
but I would love to join you on such things and stuff, but I'm too old. I'm too old. Well, my traveling
sorry.
days are long behind me.
Have you met our count?
Evening.
Yeah, that
Okay,
old bastard
above board.
got dust.
How old is Eiko?
He's actually like not the oldest. Which funny.
Ayako, I'd say, is in his
Physically,
late
he is
60s.
the oldest.
Late 60s. Okay.
He is.
Uh,
He's like he's a grandfather.
To put
Chronologically, he's not the oldest, but physically, he is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
to put simply and stuff, Azo, if you convert giant, like how old giant, like the age span for giants into like thing, they're actually a fairly similar in age and stuff. But right now, chronologically and stuff, Azo's significantly older than an Ayako. And stuff. He's like a good.
older
Like,
than Eiko.
I know
Yeah.
you're 400.
man.
You're 400 years old. You're 400 years old and stuff.
It's cheating.
425.
Yeah, you're cheating. You're cheating. But anyway, but
No,
he
it
kind of
wasn't
looked.
cheating.
Anyway, he just kind of looked at you.
Deep breaths, Mr. DM. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Don't lose your cool now. Don't lose it.
Okay, fuck this shit. I'm done.
No!
We win! We win!
Okay. Okay. So he just kind of looks at you and scoffs. Is that meant to be a joke? On my expense. Your lizard's young compared to me. I'm
You're young compared to me.
185. How old are you, anyways?
I'm 425 years old.
Him?
I turned 426 this year.
He
Same
blinks a
here.
little bit at that. He blinks at that thing. Well. Should I call you sir then?
Call me goddamn whatever you want. You're getting on that goddamn boat.
No, he's not!
Well, sir.
Listen here, whippersnapper. You're gonna get your ass on that boat whether you like it or not.
Is this
No, this
jesting?
is
or is-
jesting. This is jesting.
Remember the
Oh yeah.
when we're joking
I forgot
around
about the hand
character,
signal.
you gotta give the hand signal for those at home listening. The hand signal is just the AOK signal.
It's like if we're doing jokes in character voices. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
So-
Oh fuck! Oh shit! Oh fuck!
Okay. Well, I'll put simply and stuff. Aizo kind of jests a little bit, but he put simply in. Unfortunately, Abe, I have too many duties, and the city of Arathnika both needs me. I am her head craftsman. My student, on the other hand, she has a full life ahead of her and has as much all the freedom she wants at the moment.
Trust me, I
simply
understand.
Yep. Believe me, I would love to travel. If I was in a younger giant's clothes, I would have jumped on that chance in a moment. But unfortunately, just I have too many duties that are in my care.
I understand, friend. Well,
Yep.
Abe's gonna like stand up from his chair. I very much hope that we get to see each other again before you pass.
Don't worry. I believe we'll be able to make it. Oh, one last thing. At least. There is a bit of a ceremony that Az has to perform on before she can leave, at least. Your Arcforge has not been lit. It's been constructed but not lit, and it's a process unto itself. I
don't
would like
know
you to
if
be
you're
there.
this or not, but we're in a bit of a hurry.
Don't worry, don't worry. It's a simple ritual. Ritual doesn't take too much. And she just has to light the forge herself. That's all it is. Just, I want you to see. At least to be there.
You must awaken the machine spirit.
Very well.
Okay. It'll be happening. It will be happening in a couple hours. So I'll let you know. Oh, when that's ready. When that will happen.
It's gonna be a bit hard to miss it, seeing as how it's happening on my ship.
Yep. Anyway, well, off with ya. Off ya. I have some paperwork to line out, anyways. As he proceeds to walk inside, I carrying his drink.
Alright,
I got a quick question.
I'll see you next time.
What level were we again?
Level 6.
Okay, because I need to edit this,
Yep.
but it won't let me.
So,
Why won't it let me?
okay. I'm gonna say collectively, breakfast has wrapped up at this point. A few groups are still having like dragging out the breakfast time a little bit more, but collectively, everyone in the city is finished up and is beginning to get back to normal thing. Drinks are still being had, merriment is still being made, but it's much more casual and lighter. This is the last chance for shopping, supply gathering, anything of that nature. Before you guys are leaving.
Hey, so I have a question about
Yes?
mechanics. Can you upcast Longstrider to get more movement speed out of it?
Does Longstrider have the ability to be upcasted?
Yes, I'm asking you that. We can cut this part out of the video. Because this is just literally because, Dare, you know the combo I'm thinking.
I know what you're thinking of. By the way, did we ever decide if the pantry was already stocked in the Seraphim?
I'm gonna say for right now, due to being a working structure, no one's been able to get inside besides a little bit of repair box. So you have to stock the vessel.
We can stop by Kaidala and pick up a lot of stuff. It is the mercantile hub of the world.
Oh, that's true, but it's not on the way to the pit.
Okay.
You go south. No, sorry, what? You go west to the pit, and then you go north from the pit to get to Kaidala.
Yeah.
Plus, going north gets us to the north. Look at the map table. It would get us to the Encore Reef if we started going north.
Well, I mean, we're in Arathnika right now. We're going to
if we go to Arathnika, we go to the desert pit, and then we go northwest up to Kaidala. And if we keep going northwest over Mandex and the Beastman territories, we're gonna make it to the other one.
The Encore
But we also have the option of backtracking to the magic one.
Huh.
So.
I mean, with the Seraphim, travel is going to be a hell of a lot easier, so we can go pretty much anywhere we want. I would say it'd probably be smart to stop in the cities on the way to the Encore Reef, if you guys want.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Yeah,
Not to mention more chances for adventure and encounters and combat.
Absolutely. Which DM and I were talking about that while we're on the Seraphim, how that's gonna work. So.
Mm-hmm. Some things of that nature. So I have some stuff
Are there
planned.
sky beasts to fight?
Maybe.
Did somebody say sky feasts?
Okay. All y'all. Okay. So I'm gonna go from left to right and stuff from my see on the screen. Nate, is there anything your character wants to do? Any last things your character wants to get before it's time to go? Or are you on the Seraphim getting your?
I never got that information about the belts. Somebody was supposed to.
Belts, yes.
Belt of giant strength.
There were like 3 or 4 different belts y'all named off, and somebody was supposed to look up some information and tell me.
No, I think the one you want is Belt of Giant Strength. It gives you I think it gives you a +1 to strength. Or +2. I can't remember if it's +1 or +2. I think it's +1.
Okay, I just searched up Belt of Giant Strength, and I know there's a couple of variations of it.
Man, I'm fucking tired.
Oh yeah, there's 6 variations.
Y'all ever get to that point of like tiredness where you feel like you're high?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, then. So there are 5 versions of it. Technically 6, but 2 of them to give the same amount. So you have Hill Giant, Stone or Frost Giant, Fire Giant, Cloud Giant, and Storm Giant.
Now, what is the
Wait, did you say Storm Dragon?
Giant? So put the
Oh.
Hill Giant gives you a strength of 21. Stone and Frost Giant gives you a strength of 23. Fire gives you 25. Cloud gives you 27, and Storm gives you 29.
Yeah,
To put
I have
simply,
a feeling-
the best you could get is Fire Giant, but it's going to cost you a pretty penny.
I have a pretty penny. Let's go.
it's also, kind of fortuitous that we are just happen to be friends with a fire giant
Oh shit, we are.
who is a blacksmith and a craftsman.
You do realize, you do realize the belts of giant strength have to be made out of the giant iron to get the strength.
He's just gonna like. He's gonna cut
Good
off a
question.
finger and pour a potion.
Does
on
it have to be a part of his flesh, or could it be possibly he grows out his hair like Samson, cuts it, and then weaves it into a fire giant strength belt?
There you go.
I like
It's-
that one.
Okay, to put simply, the belt is made from parts of a fire giant.
Well, maybe he
Hair.
has one just lying around.
No, it's made from hair, leather, bone, and all. But that's just the base of it. Then you imbue it with the strength of the giant itself that it was made from.
I have a feeling he
Into
would
the-
use
into
his
the belt itself.
ancestors as crafting material.
Oh god, that's
I
well. I mean,
doubt it, but okay.
Well, here's the
Put it
thing.
this way.
Let's say maybe this: his father's ashes. He occasionally uses them as a crafting ingredient, sort of like his dad wanted. His dad, who was his mentor, put his blood, sweat, and tears into his work, and his son is literally putting his father into his own work.
I like that idea. I'm going to save that for a later date, though, and stuff. To put simply, this store has enough magical items as is. You can probably find one in a store.
All right, bet I'm gonna go shopping for that fire giant's belt.
Okay.
I want that one.
Okay. Then.
Does it do anything other than just give strength?
Basically, turns your punches into fire punches.
Okay. No.
Shit, let's do
Okay.
it.
So, no. It has a description right here. So, while wearing the belt, your strength score or changes to the score granted by the belt. If your strength aura is equal or greater than the belt's core strength, the item has no effect on you. And then 6 variations, depending on the belt, you get different things. So basically, it gives you a base strength increase, just base, flat out. So if you add a book of strength on top of that, at least you could get even higher. Like, put simply, at least, if you get Storm Giant, and then read a book of strength, which increases, which, by the way, it takes a full 8 hours to read a book of strength and stuff, and you absorb the magic from the book into your body, which bumps up your score
And
1
it's permanent?
permanent.
I have a strength of 12. I think I need one.
I'm gonna go shopping. Let's go, Michaeleen.
But just saying, the skill books are extremely rare. Like, you would have an easier time finding a Necronomicon than this book.
Pulls Necronomicon out of a bag that we got from some random dude that was made of bones. That we have
You
a
fought the Lich
recollection
King?
of abusing.
I didn't know you
No.
fought the Lich King. That's very impressive.
Yeah, he was kind of a chump.
Anyway.
He was really weak, and he didn't seem to really know
Anyway.
what he was doing.
Okay,
Kind of
there.
bullied him.
You're looking for a belt of the fire drink strength, okay?
No,
Sis.
sir.
Names.
Nah.
Kain.
Wait, I can yell as loud as I want in here. Woo!
Anyway, sis,
If
is
you
there any...
yell Venus very loudly.
Blah. Bleep that out, please.
Oh.
Okay. Siren, is there any particular item that you would like, or anything your character's doing before you're leaving? Or just heading to the ship and decorating your room?
I'm gonna find the nearest bookstore and look for some books.
Okay. You find one fairly easy and start going through the books, at least. Next person up, Eiko. What are you doing?
What
Are you
am I
decorating your
doing?
room or looking for stuff?
Eiko's gonna sit in his room and meditate, kind of pray.
Okay. So
Let me
you
take
on the
some-
ship. So you on the ship meditate? Done.
Mm-hmm.
Michaeleen, what is your character doing before you guys are leaving?
Well, since when we got here for the first time, the library. Something happened in the library, and Michaeleen's kind of wanting to go investigate that one more time. So I'm gonna go back to the library.
Okay.
Cause I already got my boots of speed.
Okay. Dare, is there anything else your character wants to do, or are you just on the ship making preparations?
I have to refill on chemicals and composite materials that I have, but then yes, I'll just be on the ship.
Okay. I'll also say that you go to a vendor and stock the ship up for about 1 month of food
Okay.
as well. Won't get you for too long with the appetites of the crew you have already, but it'll get you by.
For about 2 days.
Anyway. Yeah. You basically have like the fucking straw
We'll
hats.
just need to land somewhere and, just go hunting for like a day. We'll be fine.
Go monster hunting. I'll
Yeah.
take the
How
lead.
big is the food storage?
The food storage?
How many bags and barrels of holding are there?
There's no bags, barrels of holding in the food storage.
Oh, I guess we're gonna need some of those.
The
No.
pantry is empty.
The pantry is also fucking ginormous, so we don't actually need any of that. Because putting it in the bags or barrels of holding actually makes it harder to keep track of the food.
Yeah.
We don't need a Bruce Almighty file situation.
No.
Just for the spice drawer.
Anyways, so everyone proceeds to complete their tasks. Okay, back to Nate. Nate, your character, you managed to find that belt of fire, dry, and strength, and it's going to cost you a flat 50,000 gold pieces.
Can you put a down payment on that? Can he take out a loan? Can he sell his kidney?
Sell mine. I'm not using it.
How much is it?
We really? 50,000.
It's a rare and very powerful item.
Let me see how many I have right now.
It definitely is.
My kidney's definitely rare
I'm
and
not
powerful
loaning you the
item. Do you know how
money.
many you get for that?
Hey,
You can haggle. Put it this way, I will allow you to haggle.
hey, Dare,
Yeah,
you're an artificer, right?
yeah.
Are you an alchemist? Can you convert lead to gold, please?
Hi, I do have alchemy skills, yes. Although
Turn lead to gold.
Abe just has a lot of money too.
How much money does he have?
That is not a number I wish to disclose at the moment.
Come on.
Let's
I
just
wanted that
say
purple sword.
let's just say with the size of the ship already, okay? Abe was not just sitting around on his hands doing nothing for 400 years. He did pay for the materials for the ship.
Billionaire, genius, playboy, philanthropist.
Again, a
Meanwhile,
number I
I
do not
thought
wish
to
to
survive.
explode.
Honestly, low-key bet the dude casually has like 1,000 plats stashed away somewhere. Which, just saying, 1 platinum piece is equal to 100 gold pieces. So times 1,000 by 100. It's a lot of money.
I just had my mood ruined.
Why?
I saw something pop up and it kind of it upset me a bit.
Yeah.
What?
That's
What
all right.
happened?
That's all right. We'll make it better again.
What happened?
Anyways, Nate, how are you affording the belt?
I guess I'll try and barter.
Okay? Roll me persuasion check.
I'm trying to open my thing. Hold on.
Whatever you do, don't try to intimidate this man. We don't
Okay.
need to leave on a bad note.
I'm kind of curious, how much cash you got on you anyways, Nate?
Well, I'm trying to figure that out. Okay, let's see.
Also, potential name for the puppy, Whimsy.
What's the goddess's name from Sinbad? The
Eris.
Eris.
No,
What about Eris?
No, she's literally small and baby and sweet. There's no naughtiness in her. She's too innocent. But Whimsy is a potential name.
How many points of inspiration can I use at once?
I suggested I bring, but no.
You can use, it's 1 point per, put it this way, it's 1 point per reroll.
Oh, it's per reroll? Okay, I'll use 1.
She was very brave. She was a big brave girl when she took her back. She didn't even cry or whimper once.
I'll
Unlike
burn
Finn,
another one because I rolled the exact same number.
him.
Well, what are you rolling?
A
My
D20.
D20,
I know, but what numbers have you been getting?
19, 19.
He's going for a nat 20.
Dude, 19 plus whatever your persuasion is probably enough to convince the dude.
I got it would be 19 plus 5.
That's 24.
I have a +6 to persuasion. Should have gone shopping with me.
I said I'm dragging you shopping, but it got ignored.
Sorry.
But
I went to the library.
it's whatever. I need to blow my nose.
Okay,
But
I'll deal with that one. You managed to convince the shopkeeper and stuff. He manages to knock the price down stuff. He knocks 10,000 gold off the top price, so it's just 40,000.
I don't think I have that either. I'm trying to find my inventory.
Okay,
have it on a note.
you let me know. With the inventory and stuff when you get to it. Sis, you just pick up storybooks, or are you looking for something specific?
I'm looking for storybooks, but I'm also looking for history books. And I'm also curious to. Well, yeah, she's looking for books. Some
Okay.
for stories, some that are saucy, and then some history books. Or, books that look like they might have something secret in the pages.
As you look through the books, you found like 3 or 4 storybooks that particularly interest your fancy. You find one history book, but it's mostly describing general nations and politics. But there is one book you do kind of find. It's kind of like on one of the shelves in the back top thing, kind of covered in cloth. You grab it, pull it out. It's fairly heavy, and give me a second, real quick. I'm gonna have you roll a dice real quick. I just need to figure out what dice that is.
Okay. Well, I got digital dice, so.
I have nowhere near enough.
Are you not using physical dice?
Yeah, not at the moment. Very tired.
Please get them out. I refuse to have my players use digital dice. I do not trust them at all, period.
Okay, give me a sec. Mimsy and Pixie are two possible names for them.
Go with Mimsy. That's a cute one.
Go with Gub Gub. Gub Gub.
There we go, that's better.
Oh. Okay, Alexa, roll me. Okay. Siren, could you please roll me a d6?
Okay. I got physical dice.
Okay. Roll me d6, please.
Click. Click. Click back. Click back.
Eiko, join, leave, rejoin, please.
That's a 6. So it's a 6.
6.
Uh-huh.
You pick up the book itself. It's covered and fairly heavy. But as you open it up, you see it's a book made out of glass slabs. The glass slabs seem to be carved in with various runes and things of that nature. But it also has diagrams. What looks like to be maybe movement, a physical form, possibly. You have no clue what this book is, but you're pretty damn sure it's something important, at least. And you, just with the natural gut feeling stuff, it's something you kind of feel you need to bring to ASAP.
I take all the books that I've gotten and I bring them to the counter. I have the glass one on the bottom, saving it for last.
The storybooks cost you about 5 copper for each. The history book cost you about 2 silver. The glass book, on the other hand, they don't really have a thing and stuff, and they just roughly eyeball it. They say 3 gold pieces.
All right.
Since they don't even know how they got it, how it ended up in the store itself. So they just roughly eyeball.
Honestly, if I were to own a bookstore, I'd probably be the same way, selling books. But Estrella gives the shopkeep the 3 gold pieces, and thank you. I appreciate your services here.
Thank you.
And then I go off. I have my books in my bag, and I regroup with the others.
Okay, you regroup. Boop. Next person I'm dealing with, right, Eiko's been dealt with. Michaeleen, you head back to the library, and you begin walking through. As you walk through, one of the weevils and stuff kind of gives you like a friendly nod, wave, continues walking by. At least you walk back to that corridor of books that you had that flash, that feeling. Then that it feels cold to you. It feels cold. But as you explore and look around a little bit, you don't really feel much of all. Just you in the library. That's it. And just
all right.
the bad gut. Oh, yes? Yes,
No, you go ahead.
The bad gut feeling you had a bit of a touch of bad gut feeling, but it's more so like if you ever were in a situation where it's like you got beat up in this one location, you walk back to that, you walk back to the place afterwards, like walking back to the scene of crime, you get like that gut feeling like something bad happened here, and it kind of sits on the bottom of your stomach. Just don't like it. But you don't know what happened.
Okay. This is a really old library, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I look around and see if there's any like secrets, maybe hidden rooms anywhere?
Sure, roll me a perception check. And I'll say this is a perception check that's for the entire thing because you're walking around looking through various things.
Okay. That's a 16 plus my perception, which is plus 4, 16, 17, 18, 19. Dirty 20.
As you look around, this old library feels like it's seen and held many things. If there is a secret in this place, you are not seeing it. The books and tomes within this place, some have dust on them, some do not, so no one knows exactly what secrets that place is holding, but you don't feel you can find any. None are particularly sticking out to you. You see patterns that might lead to something, but then they appear to just be decorations. Random bits and bobs that feel like they lead to something, but they don't.
Hey, Salt, how far away would you say the library is from where the ship is right now?
I'm gonna say maybe a 2-hour walk. At least it's basically on the opposite side of where the warehouse is.
Okay.
Again, you think they would put flammable objects next to the hottest place in the desert?
Well, at the very least, I am still at the library, so I can still look for like spells to study and stuff like that.
Yeah, grab some more books. I need more books.
Yeah. Is there a way that you can buy a copy of these books from the library? We don't have like a printing press here.
Unfortunately, no. The best you could do stat-wise is you could buy spell scrolls. That's the best you can do for right now.
Buy spell scrolls?
Yep.
Well, I can always study the spell scrolls and try and learn them. Okay, so I'm gonna try and buy a Dimension Door spell scroll, a Freedom of Movement spell scroll, and Locate Object spell scroll.
I'm gonna say collectively that all the scrolls you find collectively round up about like 150 to 200 gold pieces.
That many? For 3?
Various values.
Alright, well, I have 3 platinum pieces, so I guess I'll give them 2.
They proceed to take the 2 platinum pieces and they hand you the scrolls.
Where's my change?
You get 50 gold pieces in change.
Okay.
Well, dinner's very good. And also at one point she had the hiccups. She's very quiet, but yeah, she got the hiccups for a little bit. It was so
as you are walking out, at least you kind of you make your way back to the ship. There. Back to you. You successfully managed to get all the stuff lined out. That for all the chemicals you need, that chalks up to about 5,000 gold. Well, and then the food is about 2,000 gold. So about 7,000 gold altogether. And right. Nate, did you manage to find your inventory?
Yeah, I don't have nearly enough to afford it.
Okay. As you look around, at the things and stuff, you do find a belt of. I had it, but then I swapped out of it. I'll do that. There you go. Give me 3 seconds.
Oh. Dos. Tres.
You do find a belt of frostbite strength, sitting at a much more comfortable price of 20,000.
Yeah, I ain't even got that.
How much are you sitting on, anyways?
126 gold and 2 platinum pieces.
2 platinum pieces, so. Unfortunately,
Yeah, while Abe was making all that money, I was fighting for my life.
Well, technically, weren't you guys splitting your house rent money?
We were.
Has he not given you your half yet?
Oh, no.
Abe, why are you cheating your brother out of his money? What was that? We can't hear you.
I'm not cheating him out of shit. He should have at least 4,000 gold.
Where does this math come from?
I guess it's technically be 5,000 because the rent is 5,000, so split in half, and we've collected twice.
Oh, yeah. So I would have around 5,000 then.
Okay.
Well,
I'm sorry. Are they landlords or something?
Yeah.
I'm missing
So
something.
Yeah, we're fucking landlords.
They have a massive tree house on the outskirts of the town of Orphans, and that they are leasing it out on their travels while they are traveling the world.
Right.
At least, so they basically get monthly income and stuff sent to them once a month.
Because it's like a mansion, but a tree house.
What kind of massive tree did you guys make this thing in?
It's the jungle.
old
It's
one.
giant tree.
Yeah,
Very massive redwood or something?
Yeah, pretty much. And we fucking carved it out and killed it, basically.
No, it's alive. Barely, but it's alive.
I'm gonna say, as you guys were building it, a dryad helped you build it, so it was able to adjust it so you could live inside.
Dryad?
Around it.
Yay.
Dryad?
Jungle dryad.
Oh.
They're nomadic. They move around.
Excuse me.
Anyway, he does have a belt of hill giant strength, which bumps your score up to 21 base.
All right. How much is that one?
5,000.
Jesus Christ.
It's a magic item. They are not cheap.
God damn.
Michaeleen's not going to be stealing anything right now.
Like gold the entire time, and I'm gonna be broke again. The fuck? Can we go kill a fire giant? How hard would that be?
We are not killing Azo, period.
Not Azo, we'll just, find his nephew.
That's even more fucked up.
He doesn't know, won't hurt him.
Wow. We're just gonna go find like a hill giant or something. We'll find another giant. We'll just kill them.
Yeah,
But
all
at
right.
least make it
We're-
so they're an asshole or something.
All right, I'm gonna go ask Azo. Hey, do you know where there's like a rival tribe of giants that are just assholes? You know,
Do
like
you ask guy in character? Do you
Like,
ask
really-
guy in character?
yes.
He looks at you and it's like, what?
Why?
No.
He was in the middle of doing some paperwork shit in his office.
Hey, Kain just randomly pops the fuck out. Like, do you know if there's any fucking giants that you hate?
Yeah,
Why
like
do you
anyone
ask?
dead. Because I need to be a little bit stronger so I can wield this. I'm just gonna pull out of my body a massive fucking sword.
Oh. Okay.
Bless you. Bless
I
you.
can't bond it to me
Bless
yet
you.
because I don't have the strength.
Keep your soul in your
I
body.
see.
I swear.
I see.
And I need strength. And what did you know? Belts of giant strength, do just that.
Don't we all need strength?
Have you thought about weightlifting? I think that's heavy. We can do some reps.
Can I
Do
do
you?
that and get stronger?
Azo just looks right at you and just goes, "Do you even lift, bro?"
I'm sorry.
Lift, brother.
Okay. Okay, I will say this. I'm gonna put this simply and stuff. Azo gives you a degree of he understands you're the sibling to or
Abe.
relative to
You
A.
have to understand, I was not educated. I was educated in kill or be killed.
Yes. So he's giving you an air of grace, but he explains it very simply and calmly of how rude and insensitive to it's asking about magical items that are basically physically made out of the body parts of his own people.
That's what I was doing for when he did it.
Oh my gosh. He's very
Even
bad
if
at
there was ones, I wouldn't tell you because that is the worst fate to die. Do you know the stories we have about those things?
No.
It says that our people who are turned into those things still live within the belt and are tortured souls.
Damn, that sucks. I'm gonna pull out the sword that has a soul too.
Oh my
Michaeleen made this one depressed.
No, I didn't make it depressed. It was you that made it depressed.
No,
I just
you
said
made
it wasn't.
depressed.
I just said that it was not my cup of tea.
Nah, you said whatever you said.
I said that it wasn't my cup of tea. I didn't want to touch it, and then freaking Eiko said that it's a deplorable thing.
Oh yeah, it was Eiko that made it depressed.
Meanwhile,
That's what it
Hal
was.
is like
And
assault.
I took it and made it mine.
Please just get out of my office. Kain, just
Fuck.
get out.
I will walk out and be like, well,
Also, Viking, you're really
time for violence.
So it's 9:22.
Okay. I'm trying to wrap this up. I'm trying to get this thing going.
Okay.
Anyway, everyone collectively everyone gets on board on the Seraphim, and the boat's getting ready to leave at this point. The top of the garage proceeds to open up and make it easier for the ship to get out. At least. Everyone collectively here, I'm gonna say everyone is in the Archforge room at this point. Either following someone in there or seeing someone walk in there. As both Azo and Az are wearing a bit more formal garb, formal blacksmithing garb, as the forge itself has been opened up. And inside there's this housing, this very special disc with very intricate carved runes, inlaid metals crystals altered just right so they would be in the perfect position. At least. And Azo proceeds to get a pair of tongs. Tongs say a blessing and then proceeds to hold on to this blue crystal. It's been wrapped with metal paper with writings and inscriptions put on it and stuff, and hold it just on an anvil. Azzy proceeds to take her hammer and proceeds to start hammering the crystal down. While she does so, her hammer has been wrapped with similar papers with inscriptions on it and stuff. And as she does it, every strike, she's saying a word in some like language that is you guys are having a difficult time understanding. But every time she hits it and stuff, another word is spoken. And as she collectively hammered this thing, this crystal is getting dented and formed, but it's also starting to light up and heat up. At least as she proceeds to flatten it down, fold it in over each other, over and over again. This thing's getting brighter and brighter and brighter. Point stuff where it takes her own tall. She ends up forging it into a perfect disc, and then proceeds to punch a hole in it, which is kind of the final thing. Punches a hole into it, and then proceeds to carefully pick it up and put it into the housing. The disc floats dead center in the housing and proceeds to rotate and then flip and then start metamorphosizing into like almost like multiple layers of rings that have been forged onto each other and orbiting in, and the Arcforge itself proceeds to start humming and rotating itself as the gears and mechanisms begin to come to life. As a very bright blue whitish light begin to overfill and the forge closes. As bits of heat and fire, kind of licks of flame, come out of a few of the vents, but it proceeds to hum and start churning and heat up. Azo and Azzy look at each other, simply give a simple nod of respect, and Azo proceeds to pat her on the shoulder and walk out and stuff.
All right. Well, now that that's taken
The
care
forge has been lit. Well,
Another hand touches the beacon.
And anyway, as he kind of walks up to you and said, "Thank you for letting me come with you. I promise I'll make myself useful, not an extra weight in any sense. I'll make sure to pull my own weight."
Good. We don't need extra weight around here.
Don't worry. As she proceeds to start getting her workplace set up for use. And everyone collectively gathers to the bridge of the ship. You guys can have one last interaction with each other before Abe. You can take her away.
Sure. Are we finally ready to set sail, so to speak?
Everything's stocked. Just have to open the bay doors, and then we should be all good to go. Or run a quick systems check, and then we'll get a move on.
Yeah, I've opened the pod bay doors.
Oh my god. Speaking of Abe, once we're finally underway, if I could have a word with you privately, I'd greatly appreciate that. I found something that might be of interest to you.
Of course. Just let me get us up in the air first.
Alright.
As you guys kind of walk out, Abe, from your perspective, you can see Azo on the ground. At least he's standing on one of the catwalks, at least, and you see him kind of wave to you a little bit. He gives a polite, and you see him holding what looks like to be a bottle of something and stuff in his hand. He proceeds to give a polite wave, Abe, as he kind of looks around, gives like an order and stuff. As you see, like the top of the garage, basically the top of the warehouse proceeds to start opening up, and the roof starts sliding back, giving you a straight shot up and out. At least he proceeds to wave and stuff, and proceeds to take that bottle and throw it at the bow of the ship, bursting on end.
Ah, bastard broke the bow. Fucking asshole. I wanted to do that.
It's christening the ship.
I know.
and he proceeds to give you a salute, dude, as you have full permission to basically spur her up and take her out.
Abe's gonna like tip his hat to him, and then he's gonna press a couple buttons on basically the dash, the control board, as the engines start firing up, and you just hear this loud hum as the engines kick in, and the vehicle starts to slowly lift up into the air. The sails light up as they're filled with energy and catch wind and starts to pull us forward.
I'm sorry, just the whole scene in Treasure Planet and stuff when the RLS Legacy is taking off for the first time. I'm sorry, that entire scene's playing in my head so hard right now.
It's very similar to what I was thinking too.
Is there a crow's nest on here?
There is, in fact, a crow's nest.
Do we hear Azo and like as we fly away saying, "Your brother's an asshole"?
Anyway, the ship proceeds to get up, and you guys start taking off.
Michaeleen's going to use his grappling hook gauntlets and swing and zip his way up to the crow's nest.
When you get up to the crow's nest, you see that there is a spyglass sitting, basically sitting on a little hanger and stuff right up there. So if someone needs it, they can immediately grab it and use it.
What other high or open wide points on this ship, like deck wise, like elevated, not crow's nest, but like, you know what I mean?
So the bow itself does have like it is to like, for the most part, the actual deck is very similar to a pirate ship where the front of the bow is elevated and then you have the midsection that's lower. No, there's you have to be careful because there's guns fucking everywhere on the sides. So
yeah,
careful not to set one of them off.
Yeah. We got hair triggers.
Yeah, put simply, at least, I will say this. The guns, if you don't mind me saying this, design-wise, maybe perhaps the guns kind of... You flip a switch and the guns will proceed, their barrels will proceed to, like, poke out and stuff, but right now they're in, like, carry mode. So
They're in, like, stow mode right now.
Yeah.
So you can pull the trigger, they're not going to do anything, but if you flip the wrong switch, they'll start acting like auto turrets.
Yeah. Anyway, the ship is now moving, and you guys are traveling a comfortable 60 miles an hour towards the pit.
Is that where we're at?
And you guys, give me a bit.
Estrella, you wanted to talk.
Yes. So I went to the bookstore, and while I was looking for books, I found this, and this, well, let me show you. And she reaches her bag and she pulls it out.
As she pulls it out, you see she pulls out this book covered in like this thin brown cloth. She proceeds to unfurl it, and you see that it's a glass tome. Like the pages are made out of glass. There's a very thin metal rod kind of holding the pages together. It is a very interesting looking book. You just looking at it for a few seconds of kind of flipping through it, you kind of pick up on what it is rather quickly and stuff. You realize that this book is a book of golem, of glasswork golem.
I know what to do with this.
I'll explain simply above board what a book of golem is. So golems in D&D, you need instruction manual. You need a book of golem to craft a golem. But depending on what the book is made out of is what is inscribed to make. So this glass book, for example, is a book of glasswork golem. So it will make one golem. So the book itself will explain how to make a golem, but the final process of making a golem is the book itself is destroyed, and the ashes and basically essence of the book is blown onto the golem to give it its spark of life.
It's like Frosty the Snowman's hat.
How big of a golem are we talking here?
The ship can be a golem.
Technically, if you work on it, I would totally allow you to turn this into a fucking Gurren Lagann boat if you want.
Oh, no. Maybe another ship, but not this one.
Right, this has to become a flying city.
You don't need this thing to turn into a Gundam.
No, the next one
Well, put
will.
simply, so to put simply, at least, a glasswork golem is a medium-sized golem. So it's about human-sized, but they're very interesting in creations regardless. Very good spellcasters.
Oh, sick. All right, cool.
But to put simply, the crafting process for a golem typically takes a full year, and then the final process, like I said before, is the book's destroyed and then used to give it spark of life.
Thank you,
So if we
Estrella.
ever, so put it this way, if you ever, so you can either keep it in the background, just keep a general clock of how long it takes us to deal, or if we just do a year skip or something, we can say that you did this during the year skip.
All right.
So then, you guys begin traveling at a brisk pace, and over the coming days, it does take everyone a little bit to get used to the being on a flying boat. The ride is surprisingly smooth. It doesn't rock or creak at all. But overall, the ride is fairly smooth.
Better not fucking creak. It's just built.
Is there anything particularly you guys want to do on the boat?
Well, I want to study those scrolls that I bought from the library to get those spells down and, permanently on my spell lists.
There is... let's see. Second level above deck, there is the first floor of the library, which extends to the next level.
So the library, cool question. Is it like you stand on the bottom of it and you can basically see up to the next level in the middle?
Yes.
Okay, so it's one of those styles. Dude, just saying.
Which at the top of it has an observatory.
Of course.
Your eyebrows.
Finnegan is having a moment.
Oh. So then.
Finnegan, you're fine.
So, Viking, you proceed to study the scrolls and start learning them. Anything else? Again, I'm giving you guys full reign to roleplay, do some stuff on the ship.
Okay.
I know. Remember what we often talked about earlier?
Yeah.
All of you guys are on the Seraphim, and you guys are flying towards the great Alakrian Pit.
Is there a training room in the Seraphim?
There is. It's on
Eiko.
Second floor below deck.
Eiko is making his way towards that training room. His sword in hand.
Okay. Michaeleen's still studying. If you want to fight me, then...
Kain, anything you'd like to do?
I plan on having an intriguing way of getting someone over. So Eiko is gonna be like swinging. There's dummies, right? There's like training dummies.
Yeah,
I figured as much.
Eiko is gonna be swinging his sword and trying to slash at some dummies. I feel like with each slash of that sword is just a very resonant thunderclap. Just.
I'll
like
say the lighter.
thing.
The lighter slashes are a bit of a lightning crack, but the heavier ones and stuff would be the more thundery crashes.
It's a beautiful day, so it's odd that there is the sounds of thunder, nonetheless coming from inside of the ship.
I will say everyone collectively hears this.
You're just gonna
Jawbone's
see.
not
You're
amused.
just gonna see Abe like instantly run in, like, what the fuck is going on? Is something broken?
What is all that racket?
Eiko, was that you?
I'm training.
Oh, right.
You see the
didn't know I
dummies
With
have
fucking
various...
Zeus? What the fuck is going on?
You see that the dummies have various slash marks throughout them. You see a couple of them are missing heads and body parts.
One
Scratches
is on
and
fire.
Yes, one is on fire.
Eiko, do you know how much each of those fucking costs to make?
Eiko points over to the dummies and casts prestidigitation.
You mean mending?
Yeah, shit, mending.
The dummies are restored to 50%, so they still have cuts and scratches, but they are in one piece.
Then
I'll
again,
cast
we're
mending as
okay.
well.
I know you want to see your
They're
babies.
they're restored to full HP now. But for some reason they feel pissed.
Eiko, I don't mind training. It's literally what they're for, but please try not to fully destroy them. I will
Man,
make
that's away from what I
I
was
will
gonna do.
make one specifically for that purpose, but these ones are not for destroying.
Eiko just
Make
just
the
stares
one-
at you, points
make
his
the-
sword over to one of the dummies, and it just fires a bolt of lightning. And then the dummy's head's just boof.
Make the one that's specifically meant to be destroyed sentient and be like, I hate my job.
Fuck. You know what? Eiko, keep it up. I'll have Nodo come out here.
No, this motherfucking bitch slap a
The
lizard.
funniest fucking thing is that Nodo's not even gonna give him a chance. He's just gonna put a double barrel in his face and pull the trigger.
No, Nodo's gotta be the kind of thing and stuff. He goes to slash. Nodo blocks the sword, barrel in the stomach, and stuff. You wish to continue?
Eiko sort of just glares at you, and then proceeds to keep like. He's rather efficient, very quick. Most of this, each slash he does is meant to be the first and final strike in a fight. Kind of like how there's stories of like, kind of like how in a western it's like one high noon sort of situation.
Right.
Okay. Eiko, obviously, the dummies are not much of a challenge for you.
I'm not working on the dummies for the sake of having an opponent. I'm practicing how straight I can keep my blade and the specific positions I can swing it in.
You're practicing edge alignment.
Pretty much. When you get to my age, your hands are not as stable anymore. So edge alignment is quite important to always maintain when you become my age. Trust me, Michaeleen, you're gonna want to keep your edge alignment as sharp as possible.
Riti
All right,
hammered
I have a
that into
question.
me many, many years ago.
Dare, you hear as he's voicing your hair and stuff, I hear the whole commotion. I'm just gonna get started working on some dummy armor for you.
Thank you, Azzy.
Why are we giving the dummies armor?
No, you
they're
did, no. You did not hear that. You did not hear that whatsoever and stuff. Just thought communication.
Kain, what were you saying?
Well, before you never answered my question when I asked it way earlier. Well, not way earlier, but you had whatever the Azo, whatever his name is, had said, have you tried working out? I asked if that was a possibility, and you never answered that question.
Okay. That was more so just conversational thing. In theory, at least, you could technically bump your strength up, but it would take a minimum of 1 year to have a possible attempt to get the increase. It would be a percentile thing.
Yeah, it's just not
Percentile.
worth it.
Yeah. If you put
Rule of spirit and time.
put it this way, if you put a lot of effort into weightlifting and things of that nature, yes, you can increase it, but you have to put like multiple years in and stuff to increase the possible chance.
Your strength's already pretty high, isn't it?
Not really. I'm a
What is your
charisma based.
strength?
16 plus 3.
It-
Or no.
Yeah,
That's
not
way
bad.
better than mine.
That's not terrible. That's
No,
pretty good.
that's wrong. That is wrong. That is wrong.
What
Why
do
is
you
that
mean?
wrong? That was supposed to be an 18, and I don't know why it's a 16. Oh no, because I get a +2. Never mind, I get a +2 from something. That's why it's an 18.
Wow.
There's something I have that gives me a +2. I don't remember what it is.
Probably a racial bonus.
Probably.
Probably.
What? I'm trying to remember. What was the strength requirement for the giant cleaver, anyways?
I don't know. It's whatever you said it was.
It's either 18 or 20.
Look in that sword thing that you sent.
Yep.
Got the details for my Phantom Blade too.
I think it's in D&D notes. I put it. Yeah, artifacts of past item notes.
So are we hanging up?
Not yet. I have one last scene. In a want to pick for you guys. So then, as I'm looking, anyway, as you guys are talking and visiting and such and the whole thing, all of a sudden
18.
over the intercom. 18. Okay.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, she could be able to wield it with a strength of 18.
Okay.
Over the intercoms. Yes, the Seraphim has an intercom. Captain to deck, please. Captain required on deck.
Please be what's her name from Atlantis? Commander.
We don't have a Miss Thatcher yet.
All right. Eiko, just don't destroy the whole room, at least. I have to go.
I have no intentions to destroying the room, just bettering my form.
Thank you, Eiko. Good luck with you.
Okay. Dare, as you proceed to make it to the main helm of the ship, to the main helm, you see through the screen, through the window, and you see something dark coming up in the horizon. You feel the need to radio the rest of the party.
Bing bong ding. You might want to get your asses up here.
What's going on?
Of course.
Echo.
The party collective makes their way to the helm of the ship, and as you all enter the room, all of you see it in the distance. What once was nothing but golden dunes, as far as the eye can see. In the distance, you see what looks like to be just a dark patch of where dunes should be, but they're not. As you guys see the great pit of Arathnika coming into view.
Do we see dunes
At
made of
intersection.
glass and stuff like that?
You
Like-
don't know. You just see no. You just see a dark pit. Like you see a dark patch.
There's
Coming
probably
into
some
view.
shining around the edges from like
little
mirages
bit.
and stuff. Anyways.
Yeah. But to put simply, you can see the pit on the horizon.
Everybody, looks like we're finally at the first pit.
All right. What's the plan?
Are you suggesting we're going into that?
No, I was actually planning to just stand right next to it and stare at it. But what were you planning?
Oh my goodness. I swear.
Yes, Eiko, we're going inside.
Wait, what are we looking at?
the massive pit in the desert.
Joy.
Can we please? I'm sorry. Either Abe or Michaeleen. I'm sorry. We need like one fucking cool ass quote right now and stuff. To end the session
Damn.
off with.
All right.
So close in my grasp.
That's a big ass hole.
Cases. And I will have my revenge.
Abe here. Thank you so much for joining us and watching. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you can. We really appreciate it. Let us know how we can improve. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night.